Welcome to Whiskey Vault.
You like how your perfect starts are always just screwed up by screwing around. I'm Daniel.
I'm still Rex. Alex is being very professional.
Yeah,
His
we're not.
Professional headphones and professional knobs. Look at those knobs. He's twisting it with the little microscopic movements.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you look like you're earning your keep right there.
It is.
Just put
I
a
can't
finger,
count the amount of times. I
Finger on the
cannot
knob.
count the number of times I've been running a soundboard and someone has asked for something and I just went like this.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Especially when I knew they were a chump.
and you gotta have the look on your face, like you're turning the knob
Yeah,
and you go,
Yeah? Is that good? Is that good? Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, good. I didn't touch anything. Yeah. No, I'm not turning up your monitor.
what do we got? 7 Devils.
All right, this is from Trash Shap, William Shepard.
A trash chap?
Trash Shepard.
I like Trash
Let's
Shap.
say Trash Shepard.
Trash chap.
William Shepard.
Good job, trash chap.
We ran out of an effects budget. What do we do?
All right. We've done Koenig Distillery before, actually quite a few. This is their Seven Devils. We've done their bourbon. This is a bourbon, but released specifically in partnership with Caldwell Night Rodeo.
Okay. 48.5%. Good. I need the proof because it's cold. You're going to warm up a little bit.
Yeah. These labels are a little weird. Like they have this, like I was trying to figure out what was going on with it, but it's distilled in, bottled by Koenig Distillery. I'm pretty sure they make it all.
Yeah.
But that should be an and.
Yeah.
Or in something bottled by.
Oh, you know what?
You know what I mean?
Hold on a second.
It's not distilled in Indiana.
But
They're not trying to
they're
sneak
not
it in.
They're not trying to sneak in. Is it still
No,
IN? For
I
Indiana?
don't think so, but we're
Okay.
gonna smell and try.
Okay.
That was my first instinct.
Yeah.
But then I went on the website.
Because that would have been like so low key.
Yeah.
Distilled in, top line, bottled by Koenig Distillery.
I think just from smelling what's on my fingers from pouring right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's MGP.
Well, it's not off the beaten path of a classic flavor profile either.
No, but
I
there's
mean,
a lot. It's a lot more buttered popcorn and candy corn.
Okay, hold on. I was not getting candy corn, maybe butter popcorn, not so much. I was getting a
So
bit of the cherry too, the oaky cherry.
I'm having a memory
Yeah.
right now of the
Classic.
other day. You know, it's holidays, and one of the things everyone buys is those popcorn Trios
Yeah.
in a tin.
Yeah.
I opened one at Spence, and I got a lot like the smell, and it was a mix of caramel corn, buttered popcorn,
Okay.
and kettle corn.
So kettle corn, caramel corn, yes. The
Yeah.
butter popcorn, I'm not getting that buttery popcorn. I had butter popcorn last night
Oh, me too.
because my little girl, she was watching one of her crap cartoons there.
Crap cartoons.
Oh, those are horrible. Like they're not good like our cartoons.
Oh yeah, like Animaniacs.
Kidding me?
and
Looney
stuff. That was
Tunes is the
quality,
best.
yeah.
But she had this giant bowl of popcorn. It's like, hey, can I have some popcorn? No, this is my popcorn. It's like, but I made you the popcorn.
Yeah.
No, it's mine. I bought the popcorn and the TV and the couch. Like today, it became a whole thing. So I'm very familiar. I had to make my own damn popcorn.
Oh,
This is
okay.
not the butter, but the kettle corn and the caramel corn,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And then you're getting the cherokee too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Cherokee is like a weird
Cherokee.
Native American tribe.
I was thinking more of like karaoke. But
Yeah. It's either a weird Native American tribe or it's karaoke in a sweets shop.
That could work.
Yeah.
Just candy
Get
and
everyone hyped up on candy.
candy and covers.
Ah!
It's candy and covers.
Yeah,
That
candy.
was-
Oh yeah. Man, we just created a really successful business night for a downtown candy shop. Candy and covers.
I'm going in.
I don't know, man. It could be NGP. It's in the palate that it goes into that particular kind of.
So
I mean, I don't want to look.
It's not our mash bill.
It's not our mash bill, and it's not necessarily MGP. It could be theirs.
It's just very classic.
It's so classic.
Yeah.
It's so down home plate
Yeah.
for that sort of herbal forward kind of nice, soft, sweet bourbon.
Can we pull an MGP that has
Yeah,
roughly 50%?
Well, that's the problem. Is I'm trying to think that these days all the MGPs are weird, and so there's no longer a good classic MGP that's not cask strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the people who've proofed it down have done stuff to it
They went to
too.
the floor instead of because this is still nice.
Like
If
remember
it
that
is,
dude
it
who
not
was
necessarily is, but if it is MGP, it's still nice at 48.5%, almost 50%.
Remember that dude who was from Jersey and he just got MGP and proofed it to 40 and
Yeah.
but it was off barrels and it was young and so I don't know.
All right, don't worry about it.
No, there's got to be. Well, I don't know.
It's nice. It's nice. So if they did make it, they nailed that classic bourbon
Easy drinker.
flavor profile that a lot of people are going to like.
He said these are a minimum of 4 to 6 years old.
Okay. And a little bit of a slate. I mean, the cherry carries throughout the nose, the front end, and the finish, and then some honey shows up on the end, and tiny little bit of the barrel tannin on the finish.
It's really tasty. It's just a nice, simple bourbon.
Oh, and then a vanilla shows up eventually.
I would think this is what I would expect if I went to a wedding and they had a well bourbon and it was good.
Yeah, it had to be good.
And it was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
a good well bourbon.
Yeah.
Or an event where they're like, this is our bourbon for the night. It would go good in cocktails. It's just kind of right.
Gets the
right down
job
the middle.
done. Hell yeah. We got Gway here Windlord 1935. Yep.
Sure.
You guys first reviewed Ironclad in November 2018 and had a different take on the bourbon. How much drift can there be in the taste from smaller distilleries? Smaller distilleries quite a bit.
A lot.
Also drift in the perception of people that are coming to a bourbon fresh. So yeah, based on time of day and what
What
we
we
had
were drinking before.
we could have had a very different experience.
But in small distilleries, like, it's tough.
Yeah.
Like, I am most impressed when smaller distilleries have consistent flavor profiles coming out along the line. That to me is like, damn, that's hard work. Like, it's not hard to do a good job and make good tasting whiskey.
Yeah.
But to repeat the same thing over and over again when barrels have so much variance from barrel to barrel,
Yeah.
that is real skill. Now, when you're dumping 1,000 barrels at a time, it all kind of comes out in the wash. It's not the same level of complexity, but it's impressive.
We have Lord.
I thought of one. Keep going. I thought of an MGP because I think 9 Banded.
Yeah, that's 90 proof.
Yeah, but that's the American whiskey. I think they do an MGP bourbon. Keep reading the comments.
We have Lord Barry 07. Perhaps this is my newness to the whiskey world, but as someone who likes rye, I'm catching on to what you have discussed before in that a lot of rye either sources from MGP or uses the 95.5 mash bill that MGP uses. My question is, what is it about the rye that seems to not lend itself to the same level of creativity in mash bills as other spirits? Or am I just not looking in the right places to experience that difference? Appreciate all that you do and the MBs have done to make whiskey less futsy. Cheers. So when it comes to rye, there's much less demand, and the demand that is there, that classic flavor profile, you know that there's a market there. So there's just kind of a lot of incentive to hit those notes that you are used to.
No, this is a reason.
In terms of a really interesting off the beaten path rye that's unlike anything else, if you can get Leopold Brothers, even to the still, they're doing something wildly different. I like Dad's Hat. Dad's Hat feels kind of like the off the beaten path a little bit. It's still recognizable as rye, but it's still different than like an MGB classic rye profile.
I have theories about why rye ends up that way too.
Yeah.
And that is that two reasons. One, the less rye in the mash bill, the closer it gets to bourbon. Right? And it gets a lot softer and less dramatically rye. And in my experience, the people who are fascinated by rye as a category, they aren't looking for like hints. They're looking for like Yeah.
rye, yeah.
And so they tend to go all in. And if they mix it up, it's not on lower rye mash bill, it's on variety of rye.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a different rye grain. And so it's you either find people just hinting at rye or going all in, but I rarely find people truly playing with the rye mash bill and percentages.
Yeah, and from a distiller's perspective, rye is one of the messier things to work with.
Yeah.
It
Pain in the
yeah,
ass.
it's very messy. So and it's a smaller market, and so there's a lot of reasons why you don't see a lot of rye.
Yeah. And if you're just gonna do one batch, like go for it. Make it rye. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Own it.
This no, actually, the more I go back to it, it's staying steady.
Oh no, it's
right
it's
there.
definitely solid. Unremarkable but good.
Unremarkable, not in terms of it being not well made, just in terms of we've had this scores, if not hundreds of times
Yeah,
before.
it wouldn't stand out. I wouldn't remember it, but if I was poured it, I would enjoy it.
But very often people aren't looking for a standout.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it's partnered with a rodeo or you got a bunch of cowboys and people drinking and
No.
Oh yeah.
I'm not disappointing
Perfect.
cowboys. Yeah, you just got thrown off a bull, you're pissed off. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you something I know you're going to like.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you watching-
Like, are you in for a magical whiskey adventure? The guys, as he limps in, it's like, no, no.
Are you watching Yellowstone?
No, too dark.
Yellowstone?
Yeah,
I mean, there's like drama and intrigue and infighting and,
it's violent though.
I mean, very little.
Well, I guess I've seen clips and I'm like, ooh.
You mean for the promo? They're going to
No, just like YouTube clips where it's like, here's from an episode.
Well, they're going to show the
Because I
most
sort of explode
salacious
around.
stuff.
Yeah, probably. But I'm like, no, I'm good. Okay. I mean, it looks unbelievably well acted. I've heard it's really well written. I don't have anything bad to say about
Here's
it.
the funny thing about the acting.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, I don't know, speaking of rodeo, I don't know about, like, who's a big, hotshot, impressive person in rodeo and whatnot, but I get the distinct impression that whenever they're going to these locations and you see, like, professional quarter horse riders and all that stuff, I think they're bringing in actual...
Like real people.
Yeah, because the acting is very well done.
Yeah.
And then you have some people that it's like, wait a minute, it's got to be your first time acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, they wanted a cameo from a real person. So the audience would be like, oh my gosh, they
It's the
got...
person, yeah.
But no, it's really well done.
Well, that's good because you don't want to be just straight up pandering to an entire category without actually involving that category.
Yeah.
That's a way for you to get really famous for 2 seasons and then be shamed out of existence.
It's about once or twice an episode they'll have a scene with somebody. It's like, okay, that's your real job. You're not acting.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, well done. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal your letters hard.
If you drink,
May you drink with us.